Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. I'm here, as the title suggests, Tier 10 versus Cold War, to show you a specific example of how I evaluated different tanks, and I'm making a specific decision to do something that is based upon just enjoyment of the game. It's not a question of which one is better objectively, it's which one do you enjoy subjectively. So that being said, I'm going to show you this Tier 10 Centurion AVRE medium tank, and the other one I'm going to show you is a Bradley. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video. Hopefully you'll learn something from it that will help you prosper in your own gameplay, because like I said, it's not really, is one better than the other? To me, the answer is yes, but it's like chocolate or vanilla. You have a particular flavor you prefer, go with that flavor. So even though my solution in the end is a biased solution, I'm telling you up front that it's biased, and the things you need to look out for to use your own bias in your favor to enjoy the game more. Because some people are going to enjoy Tier 10 more than Cold War, and then on the reverse, some people are going to enjoy Cold War more than Tier 10. So that's just a personal choice. It's up to you. But what I'm going to do is, I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks, and I decided I was going to trade in my Tier 10 Centurion, which is a really good tank, and I'm going to get the Cold War era 2 Bradley, because I prefer missile tanks, and those are fun for me. So that's really what it boils down to. I had a video recently from this Centurion Tier 10, and I was on the winning team. I mean, it was an okay game. It was real solid and everything, but it's just really, the whole play style is not to my liking. It's very slow and plodding, and I find that to be quite boring, actually. But that's just me. I don't come here to play these goofy, just sit in the mud kind of games. I want to have some activity, and the rocket tanks, the missile tanks, are much better in that regard. The action is more exciting to me, but everybody's different. Now the only problem with this is that I will lament getting rid of this Tier 10 a little bit. I'd lament it more if I played Tier 10, but I don't, because it's just, to me, it's unplayable, because you don't get coordination with players at all. And it's just unplayable in that regard. Back in the very beginning, everybody, 95% or more guys, had headsets. People were trying to improve, coordinate, play the best they could with their team. The games were much better because people knew they didn't know things, and they needed to know certain things to get better, and they tried to get better. But what happened over time is that these people are now completely isolating themselves in a really stupid way. And that's the thing that this game really exudes, is stupidity. You see stupid people doing stupid things all the time, and it's ridiculous. It's magnified to me in World War II. The stupidity is just through the roof. So I'm avoiding the stupidity, more than I'm going to lament losing this very good tank, because it's a good tank to play. Those of you who have it know it's good. You're going, why are you getting rid of it? It's garbage to me. I just don't need it. I don't play Tier 10s. They're just not fun, and that's really the thing. So what I'm going to do here is, whoops, hit a button, accidentally tried to join in the game. Not try, but that's how I got into the last game I was in. I accidentally hit the A button, it sucked me in there. Fortunately, my team won that game. But we're going to go in here, and I'm just going to get rid of all this equipment. I don't care, man. I'm just tired of the garbage, really. Get rid of the equipment. Get rid of the consumables. The sad part is, I have the skin for this tank, but, you know, so what? So, default. I recall this tank was a Ultimate Season Pass tank. So we got rid of, I don't care about these emblems. You can't really get rid of them. You know, it's a real solid tank and everything, but what I'm going to do is go pick up the Bradley, and I'll show it to you. We're going to go to the tank section, go to the premiums. I'm going to click down on my right stick, and I'm going to go, forget this, tier 10, I'm going to go to the trade-in. And there's the boy that we need. Actually, well, he's not here technically. Sorry, my mistake. I have to go to Cold War. Now we're in business. So tanks, premium, click Ola, trade in. There we go. Inspect vehicle. Now this is the Era 2 M3A1 Bradley. I have the Era 3 Bradley, which is, you know, okay, that's a tech tree tank, and you can go earn that. It is a long road to earn that dude. Take about a month ballpark, depending on how many vehicle boosters you have and your ability to play those certain light tanks. Some of those are better than others. Stingrays are pretty good. Sheridan is okay. Sheridan is good if you know how to play it right. It didn't do anything for me, but you know, there's a whole line you can go through. But this is a twin missile launcher tank with a chain gun, which is pretty darn good. So I didn't have this tank, and I've been wanting it. I go, well, because I like to play missile sniper tanks. So that's the deal. So here, not going to purchase, I'm going to trade it in. Now I'm going to go, it's a little bit faster if I go to the left, but it just looks wrong to me. So I'm just going to go cycle through. These are the tanks that I have that are on the trade-in list and how much I'd have to trade in with it. Now the tier 10 Centurion, you're going to get the most, it's like 10,000 plus credit for that tank. So you'll see these different numbers are going to vary. 11. I could trade in my Excelsior and pay 11,000 gold. No, I don't have 11,000 gold, and even if I did, I wouldn't trade it in, etc., etc. It's just not a good deal, because this tank is a 12,500 gold tank. So it's just humorous in that regard. What happens when I get the Centurion? It's like I want to say it's about 1250. Dun 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 dun. And I can trade in some I have a couple of super tanks that I could trade in. My Weasel and my Molot, but those aren't happening. Those are keeper tanks. You know, one of the things you see here, this Magog 5, I don't want to trade this in really specifically. Good medium tank with a 25% commander bonus. So anybody who has that tank, if you don't realize it has a 25% commander bonus, well, there you go. That's a free bonus for you. Okay, we're just scrolling. That is an ancient reference for those of you like myself. We're working on this, man. There's a lot of tanks on the trade-in list, as you can tell. Some of them I would get rid of, like Chrysler K. They have nothing good that I'm interested in. The Chrysler K, to me, is just an absolutely hideous tank. Snakebite, too good to get rid of. Patriot, too good to get rid of. Bear, KV-122, too good to get rid of. Missile tank, WZ-122. So for myself, main battle tank, too good to get rid of. That is a missile tank with a chain gun and a cannon. If you're a good heavy tank player, the MBT-70 is an absolute butt whipper. No question about it. So still scrolling. Man, I'm telling you. Let's speed this dude up. I'm telling you. It's killing me. There we go. That one, 1250 gold. It's like I didn't see my other ones, but it doesn't matter. So this is the Centurion. Sayonara Charlie. So 1250 gold, M3A1 Bradley, Era 2, butt kicker. So this is the dealio for me. You know, yes, I will miss the Centurion AVRE tier 10, but I don't really play tier 10s. They're just not that fun. I literally played it once in probably 2 years. Maybe twice. It's just, I don't like to play tier 10. It's just too boring. I'd rather play missile tanks because they're just way more fun. So that is the key there. So we took care of that. I'm going to make another video of setting up this tank and showing you that one. But the point is evaluating your trade-ins. If you want to do a trade-in, you know, it just all depends. Now the best things to trade in for me, tier 9s or tier 10s, because one of the problems with tier 9s and tier 10s, you don't get refunds on those tanks. Okay, if you're not going to play it and it's available to trade it in, man, I'm getting rid of them. I have no use for them. I have several other tier 10s I'll show you, for example. Here we are. Whoops. Try this again. Here we are in the tier 10 garage session. This is a tier 10 Sheridan that I earned, you know, over years, bit by bit by bit. Tier 10 Iron Arnie, somewhat fun tank to play. MBTB, another Ultimate Season Pass tank that ultimately wasn't that great. I don't know, I didn't play it. I don't even want to play it. Tier 50, you know, T58 Heavy, boring. I played this one game. It wasn't really that exciting. It was okay. Now this is the first tier 10 I ever got. My tier 10 T92 American howitzer. When it hits like 3,000 hammers, dude. It's just a massive shot. I have a video on this channel. The only known existing video that I took on my Xbox when I got the kill 2 guys with 1 shot medal. I have a bunch of those medals, but I only made a recording of it one time. And really good one. And it was with this tank. I was trying to hit this one guy. There was a guy right next to him, and it just landed perfectly, the Bombardier medal. And then the story was hilarious. The guy was in the game with me. He was also playing artillery. He sent me a message, and you know, several text communications back and forth, was that he was also trying to get the Bombardier. He was like, "Did you get the Bombardier medal for that?" I said, "Yes, I did." And he said he had the only achievement in the game he did not have. I don't know if he ever got it or not, but it was the only thing he didn't have was the Bombardier. You know, kill 2 guys with 1 shot. And you know, I have like 9 of them, and they're pretty hard to get. It's just there's a lot of luck involved, but it was just really funny because he had been playing artillery and artillery and artillery and artillery to try and get that 1 medal. I don't know if he ever got it, but it was just just an interesting thing. He thought of he said, "Man, that was a great shot," and he just wishes it was him. Like, I felt sorry for him. It's like I wasn't even trying to get it because I already had like 8 of them at the time. It's one of those things. Once you have it, it's okay. It's great. I've got it. Whatever. You'll take it. It's great and fantastic. Hard to get, but I felt sorry for him. I would have let him had it if it would have, if it would have been one of those things where I was in charge of that. There's no way you can be in charge of that. Earned this one, goofed around with German tanks, the sniper tanks over time, and eventually just wore it down and got it. Another Mobat. This is another Ultimate Season Pass tank. French artillery. After I had my Tier 10 American, this one guy said, "Did you know that the French Tier 10 has an autoloader?" My eyes got super large. I was like, I did not know that. So I went and I worked on that dude. That was the second Tier 10 that I earned. So that was the deal. This is a really good, the Object 780. This is a really good heavy tank, Ultimate Season Pass tank. And I'm not even a heavy tank guy. This tank is pretty awesome. Okay, that pancake flat turret is just really wicked. Highlander, another Ultimate Season Pass tank. And I was like, you know what? I don't need Tier 10s. And one of the things about those Ultimate Season Pass tanks is that, for the most part, you don't have a chance to trade those in. This is another one, Centurion 45, whatever. It's garbage to me. Sorry, I'm sorry, Centauro. Oh, that was this was the T14 SP2 Chinese. Like, Tier 10 garbage for me, man, I'm sorry. Tier 10 Tusk. This is the only Tier 10 contract I did. I felt, I got to a point where I was like, I need to earn this, earn a contract Tier 10. I go, I'm a light tank guy. This thing looks like a menacing tank. It really isn't that great. It's an okay, fun, goof around tank. So if my friends are playing Tier 10, they go, well, you want to come with us? I'm like, well, I have a Tusk. I can bring that or bring my artillery. So, or my Iron Army. Those are fun tanks in limited spurts. So this is one of the fun tanks. This is a goofy, fun tank. Ruthless. This was another Tier 10 Ultimate Season Pass tank. It's actually pretty darn good. So, as a sniper tank, it's like, hey, you don't want to kill yourself to earn one. I got this one. I thought it was very solid. And it's a, somewhat, interesting, fun tank to play. Pretty slow and plodding, but good. So what do we have here? And then we're back around to the XM551 Sheridan. This tank is a little too slow. It should be faster. It just doesn't get it for me. So, that being said, this is my leftover stash of Tier 10s, and I wouldn't hesitate to get rid of any of those Season Pass Ultimate tanks in a trade-in, because the Tier 10 trade-ins will get like 10,000 plus credit. The Tier 9s, those are like 9,500, 8,750, 9,000, whatever. It's around 9,000 gold credit. I don't like Tier 9s really. I have a couple of Tier 9s, no big deal. Mostly artilleries. I do have the Warhammer Teethbreaker. That's a very good tank, actually. I just don't play Tier 9s as a general rule, unless I'm invited to go with, friends who are working on something, whatever, which is the last time I played Tier 9. So that's the breakdown. For me, I have way more fun in Cold War. So at the end of the day, Tier 10 or Cold War, I'm a Cold War guy. I enjoy Cold War tanks more than I enjoy Tier 10 tanks. However, if you enjoy Tier 10 tanks over Cold War tanks, more power to you. Know what, figure out what you like and go with that. If you like both, that's double thumbs up. But for me, I'm not even playing Tier 10s, man. I'm just doing Cold War and having more fun doing it. It's more exciting to me, and that's really what it boils down to. It's not better or worse. It's what do you enjoy. So there you go. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, learned something, thought about it, got something out of this that was extra that you hadn't anticipated, and maybe I helped you think or rethink what you have and what you're doing and what you're interested in doing. And you can check out my other videos that I'm going to show you of Cold War tanks. Primarily, they're missile sniper. I'm going to show you the layout of the Bradley, and there's others that are also related to that because they're also missile sniper tanks. Some with chain guns like the Bradley, some that, there's some like don't have chain guns like the Weasel, for example. So, hope you enjoyed it. Check out my Halloween videos. I've got more Halloween videos than anybody that you'll see on YouTube. And I worked really hard on those Halloween 2 weeks, and it was really fantastic stuff. So look forward to seeing you guys there. And as always, like and subscribe.